Day 7. Yay. Back at it again. Our first big milestone. We've now, after cleared Ulster, one of the 4 provinces of Ireland, and we're now on Connacht. But we're only going to be passing through Leitrim, and Leitrim's quite a small county, and so I'll only be in Connacht for a very, very small while, and then it's on to Leinster and Munster. But we're close to halfway there, so feeling good. Today we're also being mentioned by the UCC German Society, so shout out to everyone on the committee. I appreciate it. Just stopped off there in Tesco, got some bickies. I'm back at it again. How are things, everyone? I'm here with Jimmy and John.
Yes.
And they've a message for you.
Yes. My organisation is called the LVLS, Leyland Voluntary Law Society, for the people, not the folka. I say this day that it's better to peace in our day, peace in our night, peace always, make it the love, not war. And as for Mr. Nelson Yahoo, he should remember what happened to them with the Germans. They didn't. They've actually made that situation worse. And like I said, John Lennon quote 1962 against the Vietnam War, peace in our day, peace in our night, make it the love, not war. Good meal of good. I'm fair new on picture you shin on Shroud and Shin, County Leitrim, and Imagine on Shin, Kahana Holding on Buckle and Shore.
Gormila, you heard it here first.
Nice.
You really do never know who you're going to meet in the road. I'm still smiling. That was such a great interaction. Oh my god. Jimmy and John, absolute legends. And in fairness to Jimmy as well, I have to give it to him. He gave me a bit of change that was in his pocket, a few bob, so fair play to him. We're passing through Cologne at the moment and popped in there to a pub, and the nice lady at the bar, you know, used the bathroom. She gave us a drink free of charge and stuff like that, and yeah, she was just having a bit of a chat with me. And I'm so used to, like, you know, turning down money from people, you know, like just normally, like, you know, I've never done charity raising before. So then she was like, oh, like, do you want a bit of money or something? And I was like, oh no, you're grand. And it was only afterwards when I came out, I was like, Chris, you're collecting for charity. Like, that's literally exactly what you're supposed to do. So the thing is, that's the second time now today. Someone was like, oh, do you want a bit of few bob? And I was like, ah, no, it'd be grand. But it's like, how else are you going to raise the funds? So yeah, third time lucky. You know what? I underestimated Leitrim. And I think a lot of people underestimate Leitrim. It's not a very well-known county. Not a lot of people visit. It's got like a good few towns on the Shannon and stuff like that. That's pretty much the only kind of tourism they get. But everyone has been really nice so far, so genuinely have no complaints. A second person just offered me a lift. You know what? Fair play to Leitrim. Way underrated. Really nice people here. Day 8, and I'm a bit bait, and the sun is absolutely splitting the stones today, and apparently it's going to be about 24 degrees for a while, so we're going to keep it short as well. And also I kind of need a bit of a break. We're going to be passing in through Longford now today, and we're almost halfway. I was planning on getting to Athlone by Friday, but I'll probably have to dial it back a small bit because the balls of my feet just underneath my big toe are really starting to kind of get like very tender, so I need to go to the foot specialist and make sure that everything's all fine, because it could get really worse and I wouldn't be able to walk properly for like a good few weeks afterwards. So I got to be really careful, and also have stuff to do back home for a day or two, so I'll be taking a bit of a break. But listen, it wasn't bad. So day 10 of walking I'll be in Athlone, and so I aimed for to get it done in about 20 days this whole trip. So you know what, we're actually on time, but it was just my ego talking that wanted me to get to Athlone by day 9. But listen, we're doing okay, but we do need a bit of a break day. Also, technically now I'm after clearing my second province, because I passed through Leitrim, even though it was only like for a day or so. But yeah, so 2 down and 2 to go. I'm glad I'm actually taking the centre route down, well, the most direct route to Malin to Mizzen, through the centre of the country, because most people who do this, they do the kind of way through Donegal down into Sligo, Mayo, Galway and what have you. And it's a small bit longer. It's about 600 kilometers compared to my 550, but I'm glad I got to go through, you know, every part of the island, you know, the north included. And also in the parts that I'm going through, you never see these places ever, because like they're really kind of just hidden away. No one really goes through the centre very much. Maybe some places along the Shannon and stuff, but that's pretty much it. But because of this now, we got to see, myself and my parents, we got to see a lot of parts of the country that we never would have got to see before. So I'm quite glad we're doing this, and you know, I get to show you a few small towns and stuff like that, and hopefully, you know, you might come and visit them yourself sometime. Oh, and we got the peat briquettes. For any of you not from Ireland, it's basically fuel that you can dig out of the ground, and it's called peat or turf, whatever you want to call it. And chuck that into the fireplace. Plenty fuel. A very nice man just stopped me there on the road from Drumlish to Longford, and he asked me if I wanted to spin, and I said no, I'm doing a charity walk. And he was like, oh geez, like did you take a bit of cash? I was like, oh geez, yeah, like if you have any. And this time, I told you, third time lucky. Right, if someone asks like, oh, if you want some money, you know, take it. So this very kind man gave me 40 euros, which is absolutely huge. So like, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely delighted. Christ on a bike, lads. It's getting warm now. Even the tarmac, I don't know if you can see up further. You can see that kind of like a mirage kind of thing. Oh, we've now arrived in Longford. Wow, amazing. I don't know if you could see, but they had all their pride flags out for Pride Month here in Longford, and something I was a small bit surprised by, you know, you wouldn't think it. Day 9, our earliest start so far, out at 7, because I have to head back to Cork now today for a few days. Give them some training to do. So I'll only be doing a handy 15 kilometers today and then driving back to Cork. And I'm back at it again Monday. Do you want to know what the weird thing is as well? Today was the one day that I didn't bring any water or anything with me, and someone drops me over a fresh bottle of water. That's absolutely wild. Back at it again. Day 10 on a bit of a windy and wet morning. Just coming to the end of County Longford. So today we'll be bypassing Athlone. I thought I was going into Athlone, but I'm actually bypassing it, and straight into County Offaly. Basically we're going past the halfway point today and straight down into the second part. What the cat doing out in the rain? No. Kitty weft. Kitty weft. The game's gone. Day 11, and we have someone with us today. We got Dave. He doesn't want to be on camera, so we'll leave it. Well, we've reached the Grand Canal. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Wow. Today is day 12, and today I'm being supported by a wonderful club, the Cologne Celtics. Right, there we go. There's the badge. Perfect. No, I was with this club when I was on Erasmus over in Germany, and I had an absolutely amazing time, to be fair. And you wouldn't think it, but probably might take you around the world someday. I played in Germany and I played in Belgium, like, you know, very international sport. No, so big shout out to them. and make sure to check them out. They're a great club. Today we're finally going to be crossing into Munster, the last and best province of Ireland. So we'll be passing into North Tipperary today, but Tipperary is a pretty long county, so I'll be there for a few days. But no, we're getting there, Farewell Leicester Square.
It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
We've arrived on a windy day in Borris O'Kane, County Tipperary. Oh, something wrong with the camera. Anyway, wow, look at that. Fantastic. That's me done for today. I am tired.